Today I am going to teach you the poem The Psalm of Life. The first lesson was Julius Caesar, the second is The Psalm of Life. As you see in this title, The Psalm of Life. Now, Psalm of Life, P-S-A-L-M, means Song of Life. Now, P is silent here and it is pronounced as Psalm. Now, Psalm is the Song of Life. The poet H.W. Longfellow, who is Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, is a great American poet, and he was a professor too at Harvard. His poem, The Psalm of Life, was one of the best-loved poems in the 19th century, and he was a very most popular poet of his age. During his lifetime, he was almost a national institution because his poems were so musical, romantic, and highly minded, and flavored with sentimental preachment. So that's what the anthology says. And so he has written about this poem. So what does Brooks and Warren say about this poem? This poem seems to give a great deal of good advice. So, Song of Life, Psalm of Life. So it is about life he is going to speak. So if he's going to speak about life, then this is a philosophy of life. He's going to share it with you. So he's he's going to give a great deal of good advice. That's what the critics Brooks and Warren say. They say that it tells the reader not to waste his or her time, but to be up and going, not to be discouraged by failures, but to have a heart for any fate, not to judge life by temporary standards, but to look to eternal reward. So what does he say? That if you're supposing you're facing some kind of discouragement in your life, don't keep wasting your time thinking about that discouragement or failure, whatever has brought you down, but keep moving and go forward, and this life is temporary, so don't think about life as something very important, that these failures and these things are going to make your life nothing. Judge life by temporary standards, but to look to eternal reward. We have to keep looking up for something to happen in our lives, will happen, and we keep moving. So the poem, A Psalm of Life, the song about life. So the poet begins by saying what the heart of the young man said to the psalmist. So here the speaker is a young man, and his heart, what his heart thinks and says it to the psalmist. Psalmist is the writer, the songwriter who has written, and this young man says to this psalmist. Psalmist is the songwriter, as I told you, the lyricist, if you want to say. He says, "Tell me not in mournful numbers, life is but an empty dream. For the soul is dead that slumbers, and things are not what they seem." So tell me not in mournful numbers. Don't tell me in mournful, means in sad tune. In sad tune, that's what is mournful, being very sad about something. So don't tell me in mournful. Numbers here means songs, because he's talking to the psalmist. Don't write some sad songs about what? Life. Telling, oh, life is nothing. It is just vanity. It is just an empty one. It's an empty dream. So don't write me such kind of songs. That is what the young man is telling the psalmist. So life is just an empty dream. It is not even real. It is not even real. Don't face it as if something it is real and you're going to die because of that. It is just an empty dream. Don't think life is something great. Don't tell me such kind of things. That is what the young man is saying. For the soul is dead that slumbers, and things are not what they seem. For the soul is dead. He says already we are dead, and we are sleeping, because the experiences of life and the things, means the experiences of life are not what they seem. So what they don't tell me what is that the experiences of life are not courageous, or not giving me good dreams, Already there are so many failures and discouragements in my life. So don't tell me that soul is dead and we are sleeping and there is nothing to sleep about it, think about it, or life is just nothing. Don't tell us that. That is what the young man is saying here. Life is real, he says. Don't tell me it's just an empty dream. He's telling the songwriter, don't write songs which are sad and telling me, oh, just life is nothing, don't worry, it's nothing, don't move, don't do this, don't do that, don't tell me just you. And already we are dead and we are sleeping because life is not giving much encouragement to us. So if you're going to write such songs, it's not going to be easy for us. So the young man is saying in the second stanza, life is real. What we are living is very, very real. It is pinching us. Life is earnest. Earnest, it's very true. That's what he is repeating, the real. Earnest means it's very true, it's very honest. Life is so much true and honest that you cannot just say, oh, don't worry about life, it's just an empty dream and all. It is nothing to be worried about. No, it's very sad, but still it is real. But it is still honest. And it is so real that it is so true. And the grave is not its goal. As soon as a man is born, no man, if you ask what is your ambition, no man says, oh, I want to go to the grave. That is never the ambition of any man who's born in this world, any woman who's born in this world. And go to ask them, what is your ambition? Oh, going to the grave. They don't say that. So it's never a goal. Dust the what? To dust returnest was not spoken of the soul. So this here is reference to Genesis, the book in the Bible, where God says, see, I made you out of the clay, out of the dust. So since you have disobeyed me, you are a dust. So you will return back to dust. He says it is not spoken to the soul. It only the dust the what? Dust returners. It is not spoken to the soul which was living in this world. It is living for real. It is living for honor. Very honestly, very really, very truly, very faithfully. The life is very, very real when we live in this world. So you just cannot say, oh, people just are born, they go to grave, they die, they just return to the dust and they are no more. It's not so. It's not so. They are not spoken about the soul. That is what the second, in the second stanza, the youth is telling the young man is telling the songwriter. So don't write sad songs telling me life is vanity. Not enjoyment in the third stanza and not sorrow is our destined end or way, but to act that each tomorrow find us farther than today. So neither happiness in life, enjoyment is happiness in life, nor sorrow. So we enjoy both. We have sometimes we are very, very happy, sometimes we are very, very sad, sometimes we are very little sad, sometimes we are very happy, little happy. But it is not the end of our life every day. Either we are happy and sometimes we are sad, and it keeps repeating in our lives. But every day things happen where sometimes we are happy, sometimes we are sorrow. But that doesn't mean, so but to act, he says, and if you're asking us to act that each tomorrow find us farther than today. So every day is present, is very real, is very true, and I'm living every day facing happiness as well as sorrow. So every tomorrow is very far when we live today. So only when tomorrow comes, we'll know what is that day. So today is the reality of life, and we are living with happiness. Either sometimes we live with sorrow. That is very real in our lives. So he's asking the songwriter, don't tell me everything is just an empty dream and nothing is real. Everything is real in this life. Either I enjoy, either I have sadness, or either I have happiness. Everything is very real, and I am enjoying this living day to day. When I live day to day, tomorrow is very far away from me. So if I live day to day, then I act accordingly to the sorrow or to the happiness. So in the fourth stanza he says, art is long and time is fleeting, and our hearts, though stout and brave, still like muffled drums are beating. funeral marches to the grave. There are paradoxes in life. Art is long. Here, art he gives art. He refers art as a life. So life is long. He says life is very, very long for people according to their lives, and time is fleeting. Time is flying. Time is flying, and our hearts, though stout and brave, as we live, our heart, according to our age, heart doesn't become weak when we are young, or when we face anything. As time flies, heart also grows, and it is very stout. Stout, he says, is very strong. It is very big. It is very strong. It is very mighty, and it is brave enough to face the world, which is real. They keep on beating, 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 pushing the blood up and down. But though our life ends in a grave, and life is long, and time keeps flying, everything is real. Nothing is just an empty dream. Our life is very real. Our hearts are beating, and the hearts are beating towards the grave. We know that. But everything is real, and we are facing the world every day. It is just not vanity or empty dream. So the young man is telling the writer, don't tell me life is just an empty dream, because life is very long and time is flying every day. Every day we exist according to that day, and tomorrow is very far away when we face the day-to-day problems or day-to-day joy. Our hearts keep beating, and we know it is beating, beating until it stops and enters the grave. So everything is very real in our lives. In the world's broad field of battle, in the bywalk of life, be not like dumb driven cattle, be a hero in the strife. So the young man is telling the artist or the psalmist, the writer, the songwriter, the world or the poet wants to tell them through this young man, in the world's broad field of battle, he tells the whole world is a battleground. It is a ground for warfare, where things keep fighting with each other. In the bywalk of life, bywalk here means in the ups and downs of life, we are not cattle to be dumb. Dumb means cattle don't know what is good and what is bad and how they have to live. Especially domestic animals live what their masters say, and the wildlife animals live what the instincts say, and they just live according to their. And they are dumb. They don't question anything. They don't question anything. They don't find the pinch of life. But as a human being, you cannot live dumb as a cattle, as a driven cattle. You cannot live dumb. Dumb means you don't question things. You don't live like that. We have to face everything, and we show our emotions or passions, like being sad, crying, or being happy and laughing, or sometimes we smile at things, sometimes we are critical at things. These things are moving on. Be a hero. So he's asking, the poet through the young man is asking, so whatever may be your strife here again means the battle or the quarrel or whatever you're fighting with, be a hero. So in your own life, you must learn to be a hero. So all of you know through cinemas and other kinds of things you watch, the hero is always fighting the challenges and overcomes it. Whether he is thin or fat, he overcomes it. So that's a hero. So he's asking, the whole world is a battleground. Whoever you may be, as long as you are a human being, you will face ups and downs, the joy and sadness and the melancholic part of life or the happy part of life. The joy of life is always there. But he says, don't be like a cattle, or you will become one of those animated animals which are dumb. They don't question you. So that kind of a dumb animals you cannot be, but you have to be a hero in that battle of life, in that strife of life. So the poet through the young man, through the psalmist says, don't you ever be a loser. You be a hero. You don't need to be a villain, neither a loser, but be a hero of your life. Trust no future, however pleasant. Let the dead past bury its dead. Act and act in the living present, hot within and guard overhead. So, in the fifth stanza, he had Longfellow, through the young man, is giving you some kind of a beautiful advice. He says, don't tell yourself, okay, the future will be good. I trust future will do something for good for me. I'm going to be somebody and I will do something in the future. So, since something has happened in my life, I cannot get up today. Don't say that. Live, he says. Trust no future, however great future, pleasant future, happy future you have. Don't trust it. In the sense, he says not that we should not have ambitions or not that we should not have, oh, I'm going to be fun. But don't lose today, he says. Don't lose this day. Every time we lose that day and say, I can do that tomorrow, I can happy day after tomorrow, I can be happy next year, I can be happy this day or that day. Don't say that. Be happy today. Face the life today. Face if it is a challenge and win it today. So don't tell me that you are going to have a future and that will be happy, so I'm going to be sad today. Don't say that. That's why he says, let the dead past bury its dead. Jesus Christ says to his disciples, one of his disciples, who wants to go to his to a funeral, he says, "Oh, let the dead bury the dead." It means here the poet interprets it. What has happened in past, whatever it might be, just bury it. Don't keep carrying it to the next day, and that day you're living, don't carry the past to the present. Bury it. Forget about it. Keep moving. And keep moving and saying, okay, today I'm going to be happy. Today I'm going to have something in my life. Today I'm going to win this game. Today I'm going to win this life. Today I'm going to win this challenge. So don't think about, oh, I know whenever I tried this has gone out and this has been failed. I tried my best. I've studied my best. I've done my best and that has failed. Don't go on that. Just bury it. That's gone. I'm going to do something today and that I might win. We know of so many stories in our lives who have failed and failed and failed and been great warriors in the end. So he says that is the philosophy of life. So he says, act in the living present. So don't think about your future and stay still, or don't think about your past and stay still today and say, oh, my future will take care of me. My past has been so bad, I cannot move today. Don't say that. Act. Do something today that your living present might be good, might be you've taken up the challenge and you're still fighting. Let them know that you're acting in the living. So today is the reality for you. That is what the young man says to the songwriter. You keep writing about the mournful songs which are very mournful and crying and very sad to us. Don't write that. Act as if today you're living pleasantly, living happily. Write such kinds of songs which says, act living present. Heart within, he says. How do I act? He says, keep your heart moving. Let the heart say, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. And always have the presence of God above you. And tell yourself, you're going to move, I'm going to move. Today I'm going to do this, today I'm going to do that. I'm not going to keep it for the future, neither I'm going to think about the past. I'm going to move today, I'm going to do these things today. And have a happy today, not happy tomorrow. Have a happy today. That is what the poet is telling the people. Lives of great men all remind us. We can make our lives sublime and departing leave behind us footprints on the sands of time. So in the sixth stanza, the young man or the Longfellow, the poet is telling you through the young man to the psalmist, songwriter. Lives of great men all remind us. There are so many witnesses of people, great people who have lived in the past, who have lived their lives and their experiences, telling you we can make our lives sublime. We can make our lives higher. Sublime means high, great, with great achievement. There are stories who have made their lives acting that day, that present day in their lives, even if they have faced failures, even if they have faced disappointments, even if they've been discouraged in their lives with so many kinds of volumes of things of evil, still they have lived their lives to tell you, yes, I overcame this. Yes, I've come to the higher point of life, though I faced these things. We can make our lives sublime. That is the witness of lives of great men. So he says, look at them, and departing leave behind us. When they left the world, what did they leave for us? Footprints on the sands of time. In the ages, in the periods of time, in their lives, stories, they have left you the story that we all overcame these kinds of barriers in our lives, these kinds of discouragement in our lives, these kinds of failures in our lives. Still we have achieved something in our lives. That is what the stories of great men tell us. There are many people whom you follow. There are stories of heroes whom you follow in your life. There are stories of God whom you follow in your life. Just look at their lives. None of them had a very happy life, neither none of them had a very discouraging part of their lives. They somehow moved on, made their lives happy, achieved in their lives, and they have left their stories and experiences for you so that you can carry out your lives and act every day. Every day. Don't sleep. Don't tell yourself, I can do something tomorrow. I can that's okay, I can do it next year. No. Keep on moving, keep on doing things, because then you will not have disappointments or discouragement saying, oh, I wish I had done that. That is the very saddest part in your life. So in the 7th stanza he says, footprints of whom? Footprints means the steps that has been taken by the great guys, great people, the great Mahatma Gandhi or whomever, or Nehru or Muhammad Ghazni, who took 17 times of failure and still he won his war, and there are lives of people. They are footprints that perhaps another sailing over life's solemn main, a forlorn and shipwrecked brother, seeing, shall take heart again. So what is the footprints? The footprints is the experiences of the life of the great people who lived in this world and overcame their challenges. The challenges of life, the reality of life. And they have left their experiences for you, their stories for you, because another sailing person, sailing in the life is a great river or a great sea on which you keep on sailing. Life solemn, so sailing over life's solemn main. So life is here compared to a sea or a river where the ship or a boat sails. That is you or me who are sailing on that. A forlorn and shipwrecked brother. Life has given me a very discouraging experience. A forlorn means cannot be said in your life. Shipwrecked, broken ships. Our lives are broken into pieces because of failures, disappointments, discouragements, or something that we have desired and it has not happened in our lives. If such things had happened in your life, he says, please take a look at the footprints, the experiences of great people, small people. Just look at them. Then you will know, you shall take heart again. Then you will say, no. They have all lived their life. They have all moved in their lives in spite of their failures, disappointments, discouragement in their lives. They have moved on and achieved in their lives to be great because of such kind of experience, such kind of bad experience, such kind of evil experience, such kind of good experiences. They've become somebody great. So take a look at the footprints of such great people. Then your heart will beat again. Then your heart will beat again and your life will begin again and life will be happy. So he's telling those songwriters, don't write any more so mournful songs, because life has great challenges and life has also the stories of great people which has won the bivouacs of life. So in the 8th stanza, he comes to a conclusion saying, let us then be up and doing with a heart for any fate, still achieving, still pursuing, learn to labor and to wait. So let us then, so he says, come on. So the poet, the young man, tells the psalmist, come on, let us climb up, let us get up, be up. So don't go to sleep or don't go to mournful crying. Don't be sad, don't be lazy, telling, oh, these are all the things that has happened in my life. No, I cannot do this, I cannot do that. Oh, don't tell me that. Get up and do with a heart for any fate, whatever might come in your life. Fate usually is said as destiny, that saying yourself, oh, I have become this and that. No, don't tell me that. Just get up with your heart beatings, telling you to move in your life, still achieving, still keeping on moving to achieve things, till pursuing, still following. Pursuing here means following, achieving means winning things in lives. Learn to labor. Come on, learn to work hard. Labor, work hard, and to wait. Both things you should learn. You should learn to work hard as every day, day to day in your lives. Day to day, live day to day in your lives, using the opportunities that is given to you, using the challenges that is given to you. Everything, you face it, face it, face it, and then just wait for the result. Wait for, life will give you a result. Whatever you have done, you will have a result in consequences in your life. Can have a result in your life. Have some kind of title in your life. Oh, that man lived. He fought the battle. He won the battle. Or he fought the battle. At least he fought the battle. Let the title be there. He fought the battle of life. And either he has won in his life, or he at least pursued something good in his life. So that must be the title. So let us, he says, the poet says, come on, if you're discouraged about something in your life, if there are disappointments in your life, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. That is what the poet is telling the poet Longfellow is telling the Henry Wordsworth. Longfellow is telling the readers that everything in this life is challenging, but it's no use just lying down and saying it's challenging, I cannot face the rest. He says it is useful when you just get up and start acting and wait upon life's things to happen. Kind hearts are the gardens, kind thoughts are the roots, kind words are the flowers, kind deeds are the fruits. Take care of your garden and keep out the weeds. Fill it with sunshine, kind words and kind deeds. So don't make life overtake you. You take over the life. That is what is the synopsis of this poem. Thank you.